Okay, so recently we've been talking a lot about VTubers and collaborations that have really been going on, and we've also been talking a lot about Hololive and some of the amazing things that they've been doing, especially with the whole Calliope stuff and everything like that. Now, again, this one has been pretty surprising, and a lot of people are talking about it because there's a lot of jokes you can make from this, and it's to do with host show Marine. Now, of course, if you guys haven't seen, essentially, her kind of VODs and videos and whatever have been put up over on Amazon Prime, which I think is pretty crazy, right? And it says Marine is now on Amazon Prime, no joke. And you can actually go there and look and see that, yeah, she has a whole page over there. It says VTuber host show Marine content now available for unlimited streaming on Prime Video. From popular projects where artists gather to chat series, a best selection packed with highlights. Popular Hololive members also appear. Watch here. So yeah, it seems like Amazon Prime, specifically the JP side of Amazon Prime, have been working with Marine to get her videos and get some stuff up there to do with her content, which is pretty interesting, right? Because of course, Amazon Prime is, you know, mainly for stuff like, you know, TV shows and films and, you know, live kind of shows as well. Never really YouTube videos, right? They don't really do that. But again, it seems like they have managed to pull some strings here to actually get this to happen. And of course, this has created a lot of people joking about it because, you know, a lot of people saying adult entertainment. I guess it is Marine. Oh, wait, did they market as adult entertainment? Oh my God, they did. That's crazy. They said, apparently they put Fubuki on Prime as well. I said, really? I need to see this. And they said, with same-day delivery, what a deal. Which, yeah, you know, we've been making jokes about the fact that, you know, obviously it is Amazon Prime, so you're going to get same-day delivery with this one. But again, you know, it is pretty interesting to see this many collaborations and this kind of collaboration happening, I guess, because obviously, as I said, Amazon Prime doesn't really seem like the place you would put some, like, VTubers, you know, YouTube streams / videos or whatever onto, but it seems like it has happened. And, you know, Marine has also been doing other collaborations with the, I think it was the Eminence in Shadow gacha game. I think she got added into that, which I thought was pretty cool as well. So it seems like things are going pretty up for her at the moment, right? But they're also going on saying, good for cover. I guess any extra income for the talents is welcome, I'd say. And they said her MVs aren't cheap, which obviously, yeah, 100% true. Her music videos are so good. They're so well animated and everything like that. And of course, I do think that, yeah, this would be good for cover and Hololive as a whole, because I imagine, you know, the payment for this wouldn't be based on streams, or maybe it would have a clause maybe in there to be based on streams. But I think mainly, you know, they will get like an upfront payment for just putting it on there, right? Which of course will help the company out in the long run, because Amazon has a lot of money, right? I'm sure they did pay quite a bit to get her and maybe some other talents up on there too. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting more Hololive members appear on Amazon Prime as well, now that Marine is on here. But this obviously is just the first step. You know, people say can't wait for season 2. How does this work? Is it old VODs, or is it or is Prime Video also a streaming service? Either way, good for her. She's earned it. But their non-membership content are free on YouTube. So will these be Prime exclusive content, previously free content becoming paid, or will it be former members only content being added to Prime? So maybe it's created content and no ads, subtitles. Honestly, that'd be fire. There are definitely people who would pay to watch the JP members content with subtitles rather than only through clips. If it's Japan only, as OP stated, subtitles are yet to be determined. Okay, yeah, so some people are asking the fact of, like, maybe they could be like subbing it, like just like an anime, right? Obviously with anime, they you know, have subtitles and everything, especially on Amazon Prime. So maybe they've got like a team working on subtitling the streams. But no, that doesn't seem like that's the case, as it's coming from Amazon JP. So of course it's probably just for the Japanese audience for now, but it definitely is a interesting concept, right? Because a lot of people currently watch a lot of JP streamers that don't speak Japanese. Obviously they watch them through clip makers, which obviously then create subtitles or whatever, so that you can understand what is going on in the video. But that tends to only be through clips and things. Whenever it comes to VODs or actual big videos and stuff, you know, you never have those kind of subtitles. Some people do it. Some people are dedicated to doing that. But again, you know, you could have a full you know, Amazon team working behind that, and that would actually be pretty interesting to see, right? Because I think it would bring a lot more people to Marine's content, especially from outside of Japan, right? People said, so is this a documentary, or is here streams on Amazon Prime? And obviously, yeah, apparently here are both of the kind of links here. So you can go to Marine and Fubuki, so they're both on there. So legitimately question why. It's an untapped market. Amazon has a lot of anime locked up in Prime and probably has a good potential base of weebs who don't necessarily use YouTube. Some might see whatever content is getting put on Prime and go for looking for the source. It's basically like running ads, but the ads are just like less hand-picked VODs and shorts or whatever. I said bigger reach as YouTube is there are so many people who are only somewhere else. Cover making deals like this expands their possible fan base. Also, they do have official merch on Amazon, so I'm gonna guess it will funnel that to them too. Saying these clips or VODs or what. Does Prime have a live streaming service? You can, there is obviously live things, obviously like live sports and stuff tends to get played on Prime. So I wonder if that will be a thing that happens in the future, that they start streaming it to Amazon Prime as well. But it is definitely interesting, right? They say Japan only, can't have anything in America. I said, would a VPN work? I managed to get to keep watching my Freewin episodes included in JP Prime, but not included in Spain. And I think, yeah, you might be able to do it with a VPN. I'm not sure. But say Amazon Prime is ahoying ahoy. As a good Japanese music frequently being locked away for purchase is pretty annoying. So we'll see if this manages to capture new viewers who might be not be avid YouTube watchers, but watches stuff on Amazon. Which, yeah, of course, that might be the case, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't watch YouTube or don't watch TikTok or don't watch anything and don't see the clips, don't see the kind of streams or whatever. And they might come across Marine over on Amazon if it pops up on a suggestion or something like that, especially if you are like a big like anime watcher or anything like that. Of course, it might start to suggest that to you more. So yeah, obviously, I think this can only be a win for Hololive and Marine moving forwards because it's just promotion, right? It is a constant promotion. Now, again, I don't know how this deal works. I don't know if Hololive are paying to get it up on Amazon Prime or if Amazon Prime are paying Hololive to get her up on Prime. I don't know. But obviously, it seems like it is something that they are experimenting with to see if this works, right? It's going to be very interesting if this does work and they continue to do it, because maybe it starts a new kind of trend of VTuber agencies starting to put their VTubers VODs and videos and stuff onto streaming platforms, whether it's Amazon Prime or whether it's somewhere like Netflix and things like that, which I thought would be that's pretty interesting, right? Because obviously the content is very different. Obviously a stream is very different to something like a full-on TV show or a movie. The production quality is just very much different. Of course, they're both entertaining in their own respects, right? But I think the production quality is very, very different, which of course maybe some people will like, maybe some people won't like. But maybe they'll even introduce a new tab to Amazon Prime, which like separates it from movies and TV shows and sports, so they could just like kind of add maybe a VTuber category or whatever you want to call it, right? That would be quite funny to see. But yeah, I mean, it seems pretty interesting, right? And of course, some people, I guess, are using it. Some people are not interested in it. So we'll have to see whether it is a popular thing or not. But yeah, that's essentially all there is for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazu, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.